Hey guys, what is up? It is time to start one of my 2 new LPs today. Aren't you guys lucky? Anyway, let's get started with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, not Justice for All. Alright, let's get this, as I like to say, as you know I love to say, let's get this train wreck a-rolling. Yes, we know the controls for the Wii, we know that Capcom made it, and we know that this other publisher, developer, software guys helped port it over. Dynacomware or whatever. Whatever. Anyway, let's get started. As you guys probably, like, if you've downloaded the game and you know about the whole port special thing about the port, Capcom released a 5th episode or chapter. I always call them chapters because I don't. Whenever I think about huge, big segments of story and anything, I don't call them episodes, even if they're called that. I always call them chapters. So you can buy chapter 5 for 100 Wii points. It's very, very, very cheap, and I already went ahead and bought it. If I'm doing that at all, which I'm probably going to do, because I doubt I'll be able to live through the comments if I don't, it'll be at the end since it's chapter 5. Anyway, new game! The first turnabout. She's incorrect, but whatever. Whoa. Yikes. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Looks like we already have our murderer. Jeez. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Alright. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Hey, look, it's me. You're alive again. Hiya, Chief. Whoa, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Isn't that your defendant screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death's despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Newspapers say it was you. Oh, great. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Yeah, even though we're a noob at this somehow because we went through a time warp, we're playing the first game after the second game, we suck now! Alright. smack. I thought I would stop doing it. You know what? I'm probably not going to stop doing it. It's just become a habit. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial would decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading, voice acting going Shatner. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Mia did it! No, Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what is the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Alright, just press the plus button to check at any time. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know this. Tutorial time. I'm begging you, do it for my sake. Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim? It is court record. Crap. No, not that. Oh, wow, it just told me how to open the court record, and I forgot that fast. What am I, Phoenix? Alright, Cindy Stone. The victim in this case. Alright, Cinder Block. He killed a cinder block! Alright, Cindy Stone. Alright, correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... Poison hit with a blunt... We could tell that just from the prologue. Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Or, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne, whatever.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what this object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Alright, the statue added to the court record.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Press the plus button, blah, blah, blah. Court record and do it frequently.
Yeah, we know. Don't worry, we know. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Alright, well at least this trial's going off a lot quicker than the one in the second game.
Ahem! Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you, anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record. Alright. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude! I don't know what the point of that is, just dude out of nowhere. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was.
Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you wanted to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this epic finger point case. Whatever. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Larry, you're insane. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Even though he didn't know. We just proved that he did not know. Jeez. It's not... whatever. Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Gulp.
Well, did you or did you not?
Huh? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? Have him honest... answerly. Have him honest, answerly. Answer honestly. Send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Yay, mind powers. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her.
Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Crime!
Voice break epically. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sott to the stand.
Well, geez, that was fast. There he is, right there. And he looks retarded.
Mr. Sott, you saw newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct?
Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sott, you may proceed with your testimony. Alright, that's not his voice. Whoops. Sorry. Please present to the court what you saw on the day of the murder. He has a voice that's, like, similar to, what's his name? Payne.
I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
Okay, that kind of just screwed up your testimony, but whatever.
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
How do you know? If he was running away, you couldn't see his face. All you could see was his hair. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Well, wait, he just said that he didn't go in. How was he able to use the phone in her apartment?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sott used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Alright, cross-examination, Your Honor?
Alright, right. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do? We're gonna find out what we're supposed to do in a cross-examination, even though we already know, in the next part. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it off, and I will see you guys later. So, see ya.